And welcome back to Planetherring. I'm Michael, and this is Iracing 2020 Season 3, Week 9 in the Skip Barber Formula 2000. We're at Phillip Island, Australia. And this is going to be the third attempt to run this race. Actually in here a little bit early so we could run some more practice laps. Last race did not end exceedingly well, so we're going to go ahead and let's get out here and see what we can see if we can tweak our efforts a little bit. So the current standings in as far as people are concerned, yeah, 147s. That's not too bad.
Beep, 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 beep. The pit lane speed limit is 45 miles per hour.
So essentially, I want to go through here and see, especially turn one. Turn one.
There's traffic behind. Watch your mirrors.
Turn one's really the one that I haven't quite figured out, but I'm pretty much to the point where it's like, okay, let off, let the car settle a little bit, don't brake, come right into here, and now see that felt good, but I mean, and the car's still fresh out of the pits, it's relatively new. I mean, it's, you know, obviously tires aren't super heated. Feel like I'm not getting that one too badly. So we do have about almost 15 minutes of practice here, so pretty much going to run some laps with these guys, see if I can't optimize my times. That's not the way to optimize. It's like turn one, I mean, not turn one, but lap one shenanigans seem to be the main problem I'm running into. Let's get these tires warmed up. Whoops.
13th place.
Alright, so let go. Manage that slide, really is what it's all about. And see, that's the thing that always gets me, and why I'm a little leery of downshifting into first on some of these corners, because it's just like, yeah, I don't want it to throw me. All right, let's see where that brings us into. 5.8 off of 155. That should be a 150, 149 easy.
6. You're currently 1.4 off the leader's pace. You need to find a 10th in sector 3.
I'm really thinking I need to take that corner in 4th the first few laps, because that just gets hairy really quick.
Sector 1 is 3.7 seconds off the pace.
I mean, it just takes so long for everything to get warmed up and this car to really just start being really stuck. Yeah, see, now you're losing a bit of the slide. Tires warmed up, and you can stop and you can pick up speed. But we're still way off from where we should be.
Seventh position.
I'm almost wondering, you pass that line, let go of the throttle, let it float through there. Do the double downshift when you're straight, and then try it. Maybe that is the best way to go.
Sector 1 is 3.2 off the pace.
.2. Holy cow. Of course, I'm doing this with 3 gallons of fuel in here.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
You know what I need now is a draft. What time is it?
No, I didn't catch that.
What time is it?
10:08 PM. 6th place. That's your best lap in the session. Can't aim, mate.
I missed a shift there.
Say again. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
Well, getting a little bit better as we do laps. And of course, burn off fuel. I mean, I guess I would probably be even better if I dropped the fuel down to 2 gallons. I mean, there's another 2/10 almost. So essentially what I'm doing,
So far, that puts you
right about there.
Sector 3 times okay.
And once this is probably about third lap or so, going ahead and doing the double downshift. Not worrying about unsettling the car, just doing it under braking. And then okay. Just a little tap on the brake there. Not taking quite so tight of a line through the corner. We're about 3/10 up at this point. Oh, I wish I had a draft.
P5, that's your quickest lap in this session. Sector 3 time is fast.
Come on. Yeah, so these are times that if I set them in qualifying, I would be doing really great.
Sector 2 is 0.30 off the pace.
And honestly, if I had a draft to keep this, I'd be doing a 47. And I might get it after all.
P4, that's your quickest lap in this session. You're currently 0.8 off the leader's pace. Your lap time was a 148.00.
So that's it right there. Is you got to get those back tires warmed up so you can get a decent turn 1, which is just a little bit of a lift,
Sector 1 is 2.0
and then
off the pace.
push it through without the back end. Coming loose on you. And then we're going into turn, I guess that's turn 2, going ahead and doing the double downshift to third and not waiting to try to float it through the corner and then hit it. And this is just an ever so slight tap, if anything. So it's time to start the race session once again. Hopefully that practice session gave you a little bit of something to think about. And this isn't going to result in anything any faster. I'm right on the cusp. Yep. 47,950.
You're now 0.8 off the pace.
So here's where we...
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
So there's the half lift. So there you go. That is probably the absolute best I have ever done. Yeah, looks like we're getting thrown into the race session. That last one was probably about the best I had ever done turn 1 and turn 2 with ever so slight of a lift, just enough to not let the back end swing out. And that's probably not even advisable to do until lap 2 or 3, depending on your car control skills and the exact setup you're using. Like I said, the back end, I'm kind of thinking maybe run it. I'm going to lower that. Thinking maybe I'm going to lower the rear sway bar to. So we're going to put this down to 2.1 for qualifying. I'm going to put this on 6 and see if it's just a tad bit tighter. I'm looking through here if we got anybody going again. Maybe? Completely different group of people. Yay. Some of those people we were in the practice session with. But absolutely would love to get the car just a little less twitchy. I hate that. I mean, I get it. People are like, oh yeah, loose car, fast car. Let's see how this looks. So what I basically did, half lift, and then when you start to see the apex, go ahead and power out of it. And then right here, and don't really even bother coming off of that. Yeah, I think that would work. Feels okay. Of course, we're about to get immediately dumped to qualifying here, so. There you go. Alright, so just real quick before we get going here. This, of course, is Phillip Island. 14 laps, 2 laps qualifying. And we'll talk about the setup just as soon as I do the qualifying here, because probably have at least a minute. So let's go ahead and let's get out here and see what we can do.
Speed limit is 45 miles per hour. Pit exit's clear. We've got 2 laps. Let's get this done.
And you can, from what I can see, you can actually use either one of these pit entrances. In fact, it may actually be safer to go that way down and come out like that, so that you're not jumping right out into traffic. Yeah, I don't feel like the car is too bad. It might push a little bit more. I guess we'll see what happens when the... Yep. Absolutely got to get an Elgato Stream Deck or something to that effect. So, make it easier to switch those scenes. Instead of having to use the mouse, I mean, I guess I could make something to be able to move, but yeah, I just kind of feel like that would be really cool to have. I'm almost wondering if that wouldn't be cool to have on the rig, but not really necessary, I don't think. So with the first time through here, we're going to try to get a little bit easy, although it doesn't seem as bad with that. Doesn't seem as bad with that sway bar down a little bit, so maybe I'll leave it there. I mean, it does feel good. So what I've got it set on now is 6 on the rear ARB. We're at 2.1 gallons of gas, 25 PSI all around, 4X on the spring perches, and we seem to be doing okay. So a little bit of a lift here, and then get it floated to the apex. Oh, here we go again. See, that's what happens when you wait too long to do that. You really have to do the downshifting under braking, because if you start trying to float it through, you probably should just wait until you get it through in fourth, and then if you don't slow down enough, you're off the side. So definitely have got downshifting in this car with side angle is ugh. It likes braking and downshifting in a straight line, so have to be very mindful of that. And I get in trouble with it a lot. All right, well, we've got one more chance to rectify this. So here it is. Time to pull a Lewis Hamilton and just pull out the perfect lap. Of course, if I drove like that, I wouldn't be doing this, would I? And where did that put us? That was a crappy lap. Okay, easy does it. Straight on through the apex there, and yeah, I do think there's a bit of push. That's the only real problem with lowering the ARB in the back. Honestly, can't believe I'm in fifth. Am I in really that low of a split? Probably more due to the fact that I didn't actually set a time. Yeah, that was horrible. So we're easily going to be in the 49s, I think, if not more than that. Six, 7, 8, 9. There we go.
6th place.
Yeah, that's going to go down quick, I think. And what did I end up with? 149.1. Well, at least I'm right on the cusp of 148, but phew. Let's see. Results-wise, going down quick. Now let's go ahead and look at this setup here. So I'm going to go ahead and push up to here. I mean, You know, I kind of feel like I'm losing something by going down to this. So I'm gonna push it back up. I mean, it really just it. I could feel it in a couple places actually pushing. So I really just need to be careful until the car warms up. Try to survive, and definitely, absolutely remember no mid-corner lift and downshifts. Ugh. I guess that's what happens when the engine's behind you. Or who cares really? It's probably just a bad thing to do. It does not like that. So right now, looks like we're holding steady in 7th. Qualifying times look like people will be in the mid 47s. I can actually get down to a 47, I know. Definitely in a draft. So maybe this is my race. 3rd time's a charm, hopefully. Technically, this is the 4th time I've run this race. Every single race has kind of had the same problem. Get into a wreck, make a couple of mistakes, and end up, surprisingly enough, in the top 10, but that's not what I want. I would really like top 5. Top 5, I think, is really within my ability in this race, and I think it's time we did that. So 3.1 gallons, went back up to 7 on the ARB. Let's go ahead and grid up. There we go. Let's try to pay attention to everything. Everything's going. Say watch later. Got my... There we go. And let's see what we can do. Really, really, really want to do better in this. And, you know, yeah, everybody seems to have a bad time to varying degrees in these cars. And I get it. I'm not above that. Open wheel is tough in a sim environment. You have to take the good with the bad. Not like this kind of crap doesn't happen to usually at least somebody in professional F1 races. So we here in the sim racing world are not special from the standpoint of getting into wrecks. That's the one good thing about iRacing. At least it's not a league where you practice for a month and then get taken out on lap 1, and that's it for another month. Just keep running this race every hour if you want until you do good. Come on, come on, come on. I think it's time to go. We are in 7th with car number 4. And hopefully we can have a better start this time.
The track temp is 75 Fahrenheit, P7. Get ready. Go.
There we go. Much better start.
Car left, clear left. On your left. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
Alright, as usual, just a little careful on the first turns. Let's try to make it through here. Get ready for a little early braking.
Okay, Michael, decent start. We can build something from here.
Alright, you're in the middle. Clear right. 3 wide, you're in the middle. Clear right. Clear all round. 3 wide, you're in the middle. Clear left. Clear all round. On your right. Still there.
I don't even know what the state of my car is at this point. I really don't. I mean, I seem to still have my wing.
On your left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Okay, well, I have a survived lap 1 finally, even though I've been hit like 3 times. It's not my ideal here.
Far left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
P4.
Car right. Hold your line. Clear right.
And that's what I call lucky. All right, folks. Well, I do not know.
Davis ahead is now 6.8.
And I do not know what the state of my car is specifically, but I do know that I've somehow managed to survive into what I believe is a third place spot, or it's either third or fourth, one of the two. Definitely gonna have to go back and look at that. I don't have any hope in hell, I think, of catching these guys in front of me, but maybe, just maybe.
The gap to Gomez behind is now 2.0, P3.
Yeah, that definitely steers a lot better. All right, let's see if we can put some space in between me and Yamanaka. It's not the way to do it. Wow, when did it get cloudy? All right, let's focus on the driving here.
All right, Michael, the next car is Davis.
Yeah, and well, Davis is almost 7 seconds up the road. It's more Yamanaka that I'm worried about, even though he's 3 seconds up the road. I need to be setting world-class laps here. And let's see. This is one corner that I really don't think I do quickly. Yeah, see, here's the thing that I would like. For once, I would really like to be setting laps that are pulling away from the guy behind me. The way these two guys are just absolutely walking away from me in the front. I mean, I am not catching them. They're
This
about...
is okay. Keep those exit speeds up. Good lap. That's your best in the session. The gap behind is now 2.9 seconds.
Yeah, that's not really where he walked away from me. Doing low 48s. So around the corner we go again. Leaders are just pulling away, and it might just be that Photos is fast and Davis just has a little bit of a draft.
In this session.
So let's do it again. Float it through here.
Yellow flag. Keep your wits about you, mate.
Looks like Photos had it off. So we get an opportunity here. I don't know if he had any damage, but he's way faster than me, and I wish we were in a draft. Although not quite close enough for that.
Well, I think I'm gonna run out of fuel. That's weird. Rip.
Okay.
Are you running like a low pulley setup or something, or? No, I just did a race. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. I'm not sure I did there.
Alright, so he's potentially going to run out of fuel. I just have to say, stay in front of Yamanaka.
That sucks. Podium position. That's the door. That's the window.
You should stop now and get gas, dude. Well, he's obviously not short shifting his way in. Good Lord, why am I losing time? Come on. Jeez, I should not be losing time like this.
Halfway home, fuel's good, P3.
Alright.
Your lap times are pretty consistent. The gap behind is now 2.2. Gaining on the guy in front, the gap is 1.0
Come on,
seconds.
Grr, send me a tow. I'll be getting a tow from this distance.
Right side, clear right.
Bling, bling, bling.
Oh, that sucked. Well, there you go, boys. That's what happens. You're trying to go faster, and now you just threw away probably. Well, it looks like Photos had to stop, so. This is the kind of pressure I did not need.
There you go. Yeah, come back here and join all the fun. That's a weird shit actually. It's kind of funny it kind of pop out there.
How did he go? Oh, jeez. He's half a second behind me. Here comes the pass.
Well, that was a 148.51.
Car right, clear right. Right side. Still there. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear right. On your right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Well, this is an excellent result, going into hell in a handbasket quickly. Alright, there's got to be a way to go through this hill. Alright, let's see if we can get a little bit more space.
V4.
Okay.
The gap to Gomez ahead is increasing. It's now 1.1 seconds.
Okay.
1 gallon remaining.
Oh, where are we at? We got 1.7 on Brooks. And we got about 1.2 ahead. Come on. Oh no, we got 2 more laps. Thing is, I don't think he's catching anybody. Okay, next to last lap. Now 2.4 seconds.
2 laps left. That lap was a 1:48.14. That's your quickest lap in this session. gap to Gomez. Ahead is now 1.8.
Man, he just does that so much better than I do. And I'm not running bad laps, in my opinion. I just am not catching him. Well, we could have had a podium, but one too many errors. I feel like this guy would have caught me anyway.
That lap time was 1:48.21.
The good news is I finally pretty much
Car right. Clear right.
P4. You've got half a gallon left.
yeah, and now the computer is going to go into stutter mode right here on the final lap. I am so sick of this. I mean, this is ridiculous for me to have a good computer and a good video card running freaking Iracing. And what do I get in every single race just about? Well, no, I take that back. Sometimes it doesn't do it. And other times it's like right at the critical moment. Ooh, I'm going to stutter. All right, folks. Well, there it is. Third time's the charm. Not as good as I would have hoped.
P4. Okay, it's over. Well done, mate. Good finish.
But I'll take fourth place. Was hoping for a top 5. Got a top 5. No real incidents to speak of, although I do want to go back and look at some of that turn 1 business because that just seemed kind of crazy. I don't even know. Whew, okay, let's see where we got here. Do I have... I don't see any damage there. I don't see any... Let's do a rear chase. Nothing looks like it's messed up on my wing. So that's good. Let's go back to the beginning. And let's see what's going on here. So we'll watch it in reverse. So let me switch over to the analyze screen. Turn this down just a tad. Alright, so going into turn 1. I thought turn 1 was relatively neat, honestly. Yep, that was relatively neat. Let's go go this way and we'll switch back for chase here, and we're coming up to the first slow corner here. Hard braking. Okay. Yeah, first this guy. Now, luckily that was a glancing blow. That was netcode, which also luckily was a glancing blow. I'm still not certain how this ended up being third. But no damage as of this point in time, although it says 7th. Coming up over here, there's a car. Alright, so coming around this guy. Let's see where this says we are at the end of lap 1. So this says we're in 5th. So this is going into the slide. Oh, look at that. That's actually probably the best moment of the entire race. As 4th in front of me is, maybe even 4th or 5th in front of me is sliding out. I'm sliding and a little bit of a wobble, and instead of a full-on tank slapper, actually catch it. That, to me, probably is the best time I've had with these. At this point behind me, looks like D. Smith. Yep, looks like he got bonked going into the corner. Yeah, that was a full-on dive. That was some not so great. So at this point, yeah, there it is. We were in 3rd, and honestly, I don't think we could have kept it. These guys, especially Julian, was faster than me. Yamanaka was definitely catching me. Where do we end up in the final equation of, like I said, 4th place? Yamanaka and Gomez got past me. Honestly, with a little help from myself, Gomez came from 15th. He must have been, well, either lucky or just plain flying. Let's look at these lap times. I'm going to go with mostly luck there, because he wasn't really doing super fast lap times. 47s through much of the race. If we go back, I did not pull off a 47 the whole time. Wow, that is interesting. I usually get at least one in there, especially near the end, but I think that's largely due to the fact that I did not have any kind of tow or anything, and I'm really not fast enough to pull 47s by myself. I'm not quite certain why. Just goes that way. Let's see what we're looking at here. So Thomas also doing 47s quite consistently. He was leading the race. The pole position was Thomas. So let's actually look at his fastest lap. Fastest lap in the race was a 47.1. That's actually quite good. The only thing I don't like is you cannot really see. In fact, I don't even think I want to look at this, because you can't really see gears and stuff. You just have to kind of guess. So we'll watch it, but I'm not going to get in close too much to do it. So here's the cockpit view. Let's go ahead and I will make it so you can at least see his screen. Okay, there you go, like that. And you can kind of sort of make it out, but let's see what this 147.1 looks like. So he really does not have a tow. Coming down here, a little bit of a lift. So he's definitely at this point able to almost do it flat out as yeah, definitely. I really couldn't tell whether he had shifted down into second or fourth there, but definitely going through there pretty quick. And unfortunately, there's no way to tell. So there's the upshift. See, I don't hear a downshift there. To me, he's staying in the higher gear. And see, to me, that's almost completely staying with just little throttle feathers going through there too. I mean, I would really love to see the telemetry for some of these laps because, I mean, it's just so much faster through that last section, up the little hill and then down into the hairpin. So he's definitely full on out at this point. Gets over. I mean, it's so there's one upshift, two upshifts. So he should be in fifth. I mean, he's obviously going down to third for that first corner, but he's just doing it so easily. Yeah, I mean, I guess there is a downshift there, but wow, he is just waiting for it late into the turn. So anyway, there you go. There's your fast lap around the track. I don't know if that was the fastest lap of the race completely, but that was our pole sitter and his fastest lap in the race, which is certainly faster than anything I managed to pull off. So anyway, fourth place. I think that is excellent and pretty good result for me overall. I do not know if I'm going to keep going, see if I can do any better in the race or not. As you saw, every single race that I have run, all four of them this week, definitely every lap one is a mixed bag. And honestly, it's Russian roulette with more than one bullet. And so I just don't know. I've got a lot to do this weekend, and I do not know if I'm going to keep trying to do any better than that fourth place. So of course, we're on week 9, and that means we've got week 10, 11, and 12 left. Hopefully, I will make it to week 12 before the big event comes up. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. That would be like the last week of August, which chances are I will have a second grandchild at that point. So probably will not be streaming for a couple of weeks at least. And then going into the fall, really looking to do some upgrades on the rig, many of which I were talking about earlier in the year, kind of before the pandemic started. So do have my Thrustmaster wheel that's here. It's the TX base with the Sparco full-size wheel, and I'm going to be building a custom button plate for that. Kind of like what I have on my G25, but kind of want to tailor it to exactly what I need, and of course take advantage of my SLIM from Leo Bodnar that I've had for quite a while. Don't know if I'm going to get a new one or rebuild what I have on the G25. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do with my old wheel. Other than that, definitely looking at getting some higher resolution monitors and maybe trying to do a little bit more out here because I've got 327s, pretty inexpensive El Cheapo 60 hertz 27s. They've got, you know, bigger bezels and whatnot. So we're going to be doing a video unboxing on the TX and the Sparco. Going to be doing a build video on the button plate for those, and definitely going to be doing some kind of review on new monitors when and if I finally get those. I do have my eyes on some ultra wide 32 inchers. We'll see how that goes. That would be really nice. Give me pretty much 180 degrees of curved visual goodness. But anyway, thanks for watching, and join us next week. I presume at this point, I forget where we're going to be, but you know, it'll still be in the Skippy. Figure this one out as far as we can. And of course, the RM Solo Summer Sim Racing Series is wrapping up its last couple of weeks before the fall, and we'll see how we end up doing in there. So thanks for watching. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please hit that button and like the video and subscribe. And as always, here's the end card.
Hey guys, Michael here. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, go ahead and click that like button. Click on the planetherring logo to subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think about the video in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope to see you again soon.